Shri Yudapadakamalam, Shri Gurum Vaishnavamsha, Shri Rupam Sagrachadam, Sahagana Raghunathanidam Dam Sajivam, Sadvedam, Savadudam, Parijara Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Radha Krishna Pada, Sahagana Lalita, Shri Vishagagin Hamsh, He Krishna Karuna Sindhu, Dinabandhu Jagatpati, Gobisha Gopika Kanda, Radha Kandara Mosri, Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi, Shri Radhe Vrindavani Shri, Krishabana Sude Devi, Pranamami, Hari Priyavan, Chakalpadrupesha, Kripa Sindhu Devacha, Hadidana Pavani, Vaishnavi, Namo, Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prestaya, Budale, Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Namaste, Saraswati Devi. Gauravani Prasharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatadeshwarini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktananda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So chapter 11 is about the universal form. So in the 10th chapter it was about the theory part of the universal form, and in 11 you can see about the practical part of the universal form. Okay, how Krishna is demonstrating it. So that will be seen here in chapter 11. Okay, so 1 to 8 is about Arjuna's request and Krishna describing his universal form. 9 to 14 is about Sanjaya's description of Arjuna's vision of the universal form or the Virat Rupa. Okay, so what is the link of chapter 10 to 11? Is there any link?
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, what is it, Prabhu?
In fact, in earlier chapter, Krishna had explained his unlimited energies and powers.
Yes.
And here he said he is the present, past, and middle. He is everywhere. So Krishna, now Arjuna wants to see that through his physical form, rather, because he wants Krishna to substantiate what he had mentioned earlier. So he wants to that physical.
So others, what are the other reasons why Arjuna wanted to requested Krishna to show the universal form? What do you think are the other reasons?
For us to see that, Mataji.
For common people to understand.
For the common people, yeah, to
common people
understand. Yes, Sridevi Mataji.
Yeah, in the future, if someone tells that I am God, then the standard is set. Like they have to show the universal form.
Yes, so to set a criteria in the future so that nobody will post as God and the imposters will be demolished, or to set a criteria so that in future nobody can claim as God. Second is Arjuna wanted to see that universal form, right? And third is to make the common people understand that Krishna is not an ordinary person. To show how great Krishna is, right? And theory which Krishna said is going to be practically proved in this chapter. So that's the thing. So mainly Arjuna is requesting, and later on Krishna describes the universal form. And how can we understand? Only through the Lord's mercy. Arjuna uvaja mad anugrahaya paramam guhyam adhyatma samhitam yat svayoktam vachastena moho ayam vikato mama. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled. So effect of hearing is very important here. It's given that it's the most confidential knowledge, right? It's about Krishna's vibhuti, and all illusions are dispelled by knowing that. And what is the illusion that gets dispelled is we think that Krishna is an ordinary person or a human being. No, that is getting dispelled by understanding the universal form, right? So the 4 kind of people who doesn't surrender, and though others who think him as an ordinary person, namam drushkira muda prabatyendena radhama, right? All that, and they are not able to understand Krishna. Yes. So one should know that Krishna is the source of everything, that Krishna is the cause of all cause, sarva karana karanam, and present in the heart of everyone as super soul. Now Arjuna expresses the understanding that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. The second sloka, he says that Bhavapyayo hi bhutana shruda vishtaraso maya vrata kamala patra mahatmyam apicha vyayam. Kamala Patraksha. Kamala means lotus. So Krishna is called lotus side, or lotus side one. I've heard you from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity, and have realized your inexhaustible glories. So Arjuna is addressed as lotus side. Okay, so out of joy, he's saying that, being assured by Krishna that he is the source of all creation, maintenance, and destruction. In spite of Krishna being the source of all appearance and disappearance, he's still aloof from it. Aloof in the sense he is not attached. okay, by any of the any of them. He is there in everyone's heart as Paramatma, but he's aloof, like Patma Patramivambisha, like a drop of water in the lotus leaf, or like a dry coconut. Now, Arjuna is desiring to see the universal form. So one of the reasons why Krishna showed the universal form is Arjuna desired it, right? That's one of the reasons why Krishna appeared, to fulfill the devotees' desires, to give pleasure to the devotees. So devotees desired, like Devaki and Vasudeva, to have Krishna as their son, and Krishna fulfilled the desire. Similarly here, Arjuna is asking not for himself, he is Vishaka Sati, for us, for common people. Okay, so Arjuna desired to see the Krishna's universal form. Evam etat yatatvatvam atmanam parameshwara drashtum ichchami te rupam aishwaryam purushottama. The greatest of all personalities, or supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you entered into the cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours. So he's like, Arjuna is asked, requesting, I want to see that form, Krishna. So Krishna thought, okay, let me display it. So it's mainly for what? So first, Arjuna is asking to show the universal form, requested to establish Krishna's divinity, in the sense to make everyone understand that Krishna is not an ordinary person, and to convince others that he does not have any personal desire and is completely satisfied to see him in his personal form. But Arjuna want to convince others, right? Krishna is addressed as Purushottama, because he is in the heart of everyone, even Arjuna, right? And Krishna knows that he doesn't have any personal desire. Like the gopis also don't have any personal desire. All the desires are pure. So, and to avoid imposters, Mataji said in future, right? Arjuna wants to set a criteria that in future, there'll be so many imposters will pose as the incarnation of God. For them, we can say. Like, so in the same way, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed that he is the Supreme Personality Godhead. To whom did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu show that form?
Advaita Acharya.
Yes, good. Advaita Acharya, right? During the Mahaprakasha Leela. So he showed so no other incarnations like Vamanadeva, Narasimha, or Lord Ram, nobody could show the universal form except Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Swayam Avatari. So one is Arjuna requested to see the form. Second is to establish Krishna's divinity. Third is to convince others that Krishna is not an ordinary person. And fourth is to set a criteria in future so that the imposters who will pose as incarnation of God can be demolished. So Arjuna has a responsibility to substantiate Krishna's statement. So in future, people can understand that Krishna not only theoretically or philosophically, but actually or practically presented himself to Arjuna, and Arjuna fulfills his responsibility because he is in the beginning of the parampara. Okay, so Arjuna requested, and that's why Krishna is going to show that form. Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drishtum idi prabhu yogeshwara tado me tvam darshayatmanam avyayam. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. So, what is the difference between universal form and the personal form? You can raise a digital hand. Universal form and personal form. Is there any difference or it's the same? Yes, Deval Mataji.
Universal form is temporary and material, and the personal form is spiritual and eternal.
Yeah, so I'd like to correct it. Any form which Krishna says takes is not material. It is in the material world. It's temporary, the form. But Krishna is Sachidananda. So sometimes we think it like, oh, that's a material form. But when we say material form, it's made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. But Krishna's body is not like that. So when Krishna comes as boar form, that is like a pig form, as Varahadev or Meena Sharira in the fish form, any form he take, even if it's universal form, it's also Sachidananda, but it's in the material world. It's not in the spiritual world. As you said, it's not in the spiritual world. It's not an eternal form. It's temporary, but it's not material, Mother. It's like it's manifested in the material world, but it's spiritual still. So we can say it's temporary and it's only in the material world. It's exhibited only in the material world. Krishna doesn't exhibit the universal form in the spiritual world. Okay, that's one of the difference. Any other difference, Sridevi Mataji?
Universal form has many hands and it is very scary to look at, but personal form is two-handed and very sweet. And
two-handed form. Okay. Any other similarity or differences? That's it. Only two. What about the rasa which you can exchange with? the universal form and the two-handed form? Is there any difference? Yes, Mataji. In the difference in the rasa?
Mataji, here in Krishna is a loving father, but here there's in universal form, he's like a strict like office.
You are telling about Vishnu and the Krishna form, but yes, universal form is Aishwarya Bhav, more of a scary form. And yeah, no actual rasa can be there. Okay, universal form can have Shanta rasa, might be neutrality, but nothing more than that. Might be Dasya, but no, you can't go to Sakya, Valsalya and Madhurya with the universal form. So that's why devotees likes to see the personal form. There is no exchange of rasa in the universal form. And Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. It's full of pleasure. So in Goloka, if you see the eternal form, that is the two-handed form, that has a lot of rasa to be exchanged, right? Exemplary. So this universal form comes towards which part? Is it the Brahman or Paramatma or Bhagavan feature of the Lord? You can put in the chat, or anyone can unmute and say. Where does it come? Is it the impersonal form, the personal form, or the localized form? Why everybody's quiet? So Sarvanandirim Padma Devi Dasimataji, how can it be Bhagavan form? Because Bhagavan is the eternal form of the Lord, the two-handed form, but universal form doesn't come anywhere near that. It's not a personal form. Neither is a localized. Good. So it's
Mataji,
yes.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Mataji, then how Srimad Bhagavatam is said to be Lord Krishna's his own, whole body, like his
That
head.
is a two-handed form. That's a
Two-handed
two-handed form.
form it is, not the
Yeah.
universal. Okay.
That's a personal form, the two-handed form. This universal form is not a personal form. It is more of an impersonal. It's towards the impersonal feature. Why? Because it has unlimited. They can't count, unlimited, and it is in the material world. It doesn't. It looks like it has a form, but it's actually not a form. Why? In the sense, it's not in the spiritual world. It's not in the spiritual world. So here you can say the universal form goes near to the impersonal feature of the Lord. The personal feature, as you said, Mataji, the first two cantos are the lotus feet of the Lord. Okay, so in that way, when you come, but the universal form have millions of legs. So that's the impersonal, near to the impersonal form, and it is not material. It's spiritual, but it's not in the spiritual world. In the sense, any form which Krishna takes, it's Satchidananda, but it is manifested only in the material realm. Krishna exhibit is it only in the material world. So as not for the devotees, for non-devotees, right? There's so many instances where Krishna displayed the universal form. Which are they? Is this the only time he displayed? We'll come to that.
When he went for the peace.
Yes. So that's to
To
whom?
the Kauravas.
Duryodhana.
Duryodhana. Then that's the only thing. Is there any other form?
Mother Yashoda.
Very good. To Mother Yashoda, the universal part. So we'll see. Why Krishna says, I have not shown this form to anyone. Later on, we'll see. So what are the qualifications to see that particular form of the Lord? So Arjuna pleads and not ordering Krishna. Sometimes we order Krishna, please do that, do this for me. I want a big car. I want to do that, do this. But we should always add, if you desire. So if Krishna willing, let that happen. We can't order Krishna, right? It happens by the mercy of the Lord. So what are the qualifications to see Krishna? Manyase yadi tachakyam maya drishtam idi prabho yogeshwara tado metvam darshayatmanam avyayam. If you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self. So he's like, if you think I can hold. So the different type of chakshus. What is the eyes actually Arjuna gets to see the universal form?
Divya Chakshu.
Divine eyes.
Divine, right? What are the other types of eyes, Priyadarshini Mataji? Any other types of eyes? Divya Chakshus, then? What do we have?
Charma Chakshu.
Very good. Charma Chakshus.
Material.
We have Charma Chakshus made up of material eyes, which is imperfect and defective. Okay, so you have Charma Chakshus, you have divine eyes. What else?
From the mind.
Mind? No, Chakshus. I'm talking about eyes.
Third eye, Lord Shiva.
No, I'm talking about conditioned souls.
Premanjana.
Premanjana Chirita, it's like love of Godhead. Yes. So it's all prema. Okay. Divine eyes and then eyes of love of Godhead. Then when you see things through Shastras, what it's called? Shastra Chakshus. Okay. There's different types of eyes when you see it. So there is Shastra Chakshus. Chakshus means to see, in the sense eyes. And that is possible through the Shastras. That's called Shastra Chakshus. What we have is Charma Chakshus. And you need to elevate yourself to the divine eyes platform to see the universal form. And more than that is the Prema Chakshus. But Arjuna is already seeing Krishna in the 200 form, which is like he has the Prema Chakshus. But why is he coming down to get divine eyes now? Arjuna is already seeing the 200 form, right? So what is happening there? He's already in Prema platform. Huh?
For universal form, divine eyes is right.
Yes, the universal form, it's not seen by a devotee, and the devotee doesn't want to see it because there's no exchange of rasa. And that's the only thing. Okay, to see the universal form, he needs to have the divine eyes. But why is he coming down? We should elevate ourselves, right? From the Prema platform, he's coming to normal Dasya form. In the sense, why? Because sometimes it says that the Uttama Adhikari cannot preach. Does anyone know why? An Uttama Adhikari cannot preach. You have Kanishta, Madhyama, and Uttama, right? The three types of devotees.
He cannot distinguish between.
Uttama Adhikari is like spiritual master. He knows everything. From Madhyama state itself, we can distinguish who's devotee, who's not devotee. Uttama Adhikari is like perfect. Just by seeing them, you can chant Hare Krishna. That's how Uttama Adhikaris are. They are pure devotees. But they can't teach.
He doesn't differentiate between devotee and non-devotee.
Who? Uttama Adhikari?
Uttama Adhikari.
Oh, Krishna. Uttama Adhikari is the best, Prabhu. Uttama Adhikari is the... They can know everything.
He teaches all equal.
Transcendental platform,
He's a transcendental platform, and he treats each and everybody, dog or a man, equally. That is the point.
That's almost correct, but you're almost close to the answer. Priyadarshini Mataji?
He doesn't need to teach, Mataji. His very presence.
No, he has to. He has to preach. Its presence can make devotees, but the Uttama Adhikari has to come to a Madhyama platform to preach. Why?
For us to understand, because we don't have that intelligence.
No. How does an Uttama Adhikari sees everyone? Okay, as Prabhu said, Pandita Samadarshana, he sees Paramatma in everyone, but that's not the real answer. So what is it to do with preaching? Why an Uttama Adhikari cannot preach is an Uttama Adhikari thinks that everybody is a devotee except me. You understood? That's their consciousness. As Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, who wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, says, everybody, I am lower than the worm in a stool. That's his humility. That's how humble they are, that a pure devotee thinks that everybody is, like for example, Radharani, if you take, she thinks everybody is serving Krishna except her. And if somebody comes with service, she always tells them to serve Krishna because she thinks everybody is serving Krishna better than her. So that's a humble nature of a pure devotee. A pure devotee, if you think that you are not a devotee and everybody else is devotee, how can you preach? We can't preach now. We preach to those who are lower than us. Ishvara tadadinesha balisheshu didatsaja prema maitri kripa upeksha yat karodi samadhyama. So in Madhyama stage itself, you can see four kind of people. They see God and they love God. They see devotees and make friendship with devotees. They see the innocent and they preach and they ignore the atheist. So an Uttama Adhikari thinks everybody is a devotee except me. So they can't preach. So they have to come to the Madhyama platform in order to preach. Because Madhyamas, they preach to the innocent. You understood? So what are the qualifications to see the Lord? As Mata said, Premanjana Chirita Bhakti Village. It's you have the ointment of love. And therefore, Arjuna requests and pleads, not orders. Okay, because it's not possible by mental speculation. Krishna himself has to reveal. It says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Ada Shri Krishna Namadi Na Bhavet Grahyam Indriye Sevan Mukehi Jikvado Swayam Eva Spuratyada. These verses has to be memorized when you go to Nectar of Devotion. Okay, because these are all preaching verses, very important verses. So here it says, you won't be able to understand Krishna's Nama Adi. What do you mean by that? Nama Adi. How do Krishna reveal to you? You can have raised hands. Nama Adi. So what do you mean by Nama Adi? Like how do Krishna reveals to you? What are the 4 stages how Krishna reveals? Yes, Priyadarshini Mataji.
Name, fame, pastimes.
Name,
Name,
Not fame.
fame,
not fame.
pastimes.
Not fame. Name correct. Pastimes correct. Dinesh Prabhu, not fame.
Mataji, quality, pastimes.
Quality, good pastime. Then that's not the right order. I want the right.
It is
I want the right order. Name,
Name, form, quality and pastimes. Mataji.
name, form, then
Qualities and pastimes.
good. Nama, Rupa, Gunalila. So that's the 4 things. Okay. So Nama, Rupa, Gunalila. First, you know the name of the Lord. So Nama. Then Rupa, the form of the Lord. So first is Nama, then the Rupa, then Guna, the qualities of the Lord, and then the Lila. Last is the pastime. Pastime comes last. So other Shri Krishna Nama Adi, you will be able to know Krishna's name, form, quality, and pastime. That's the order how it reveals. Krishna reveals to you. What should we do for that? Seven Mukehi Jihvado. You need to start your service through the tongue by chanting the holy name and taking Krishna Prasad. Then Swayam Eva Spirit, Krishna reveals to you. So no one can understand Krishna with the blunt material senses. Now by with Grahyam Indriya, our senses are defective and blunt, right? So Krishna will not reveal to you. But when he's pleased with your transcendental loving service, then Krishna reveals. So here Krishna is called Yogeshwara, saying that he is the full of all mystic powers, and Krishna is not obliged to reveal himself until one fully surrenders to Krishna in his eternal activities. So we'll skip it. We'll skip the breakout room. Otherwise, I won't be able to finish. So Sloka 5 to 8 is about Krishna's description of his universal form. First, Krishna describes like a trailer, and then he practically exhibits the form so that Arjuna doesn't get scared. Shri Bhagavan Vaja Pashyame Partha Rupani Sadasho Ata Sahasrasaha Nana Vidani Divyani Nana Varna Kritinicha. The Supreme Personality of God said, my dear Arjuna, son of Pritha, see now my opulences, hundreds and thousands of very divine and multicolored forms. Okay, so the different, we'll see the differences. It's given in a tabular column between the universal form and the two-handed form. So universal form is transcendental, but temporary. That's what I said. It's not material, it's transcendental. Any form which Krishna takes is transcendental. How can we say if Krishna comes in a Malsya form? It's not a material fish. What do you mean a material is? Yes, it's made up of kapha, vayu, pitta. It's made up of blood, urine, mucus, and stool. It's made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Krishna's form is not like that. Even if it's the universal form, it's transcendental. Any form which Krishna takes is Sachidananda form, but temporary, right? Temporary. It's only for a temporary time of the material nature. It's subject to the temporary time. It's manifested and unmanifested like the material nature, but it's not eternally situated in the spiritual sky. It's not eternally present. Okay, so universal form is not possible to be seen by ordinary man. Krishna must give it the power to see it. And it's a wonderful form because there's different manifestations of Adityas, Vasus, Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all the demigods. Now Krishna is proving the fact, Aham Adirhi Devanam, and he said he's the source of all demigods. He proves it in the universal form. And it says no one have ever seen or heard it before. I need you all to think about it. Like, as he said, when he went for the peace formula, when he went for a discussion between Duryodhana and Yudhishthir, Arjuna, he showed the universal form to Duryodhana. Then again, as Mataji said, he showed the universal form to Mother Yashoda during Mridha Bhakshan Leela while eating mud. And also now. But then he says, nobody have seen this form. So please think about it. Why is Krishna saying that? No one have ever seen or heard it before. It's in 11.6. We'll come to discussion that. Why is Krishna saying this? Already 3 people have seen it, right? So Arjuna could see the entire universe sitting in one place. Even the most advanced scientists cannot see that. Arjuna could see the past, present, future, and everything. Okay. So we should have the divine vision to see it. See the universal form. So devotees situated in transcendental relationship with Krishna are attracted by his loving features, not by the appearances. Yes, Charu Mataji, why do you think Krishna said like that?
Hare Krishna Mataji, in other forms, Krishna did not show the Kala thing, but only in to Arjuna, Krishna showed the.
Why Krishna is not showing that Kala to others? Why only here?
Because for Mother Yashoda, does not want to make him scared, And for Duryodhana, I mean, I don't know, just saying, I'm not sure, Mataji. But for Duryodhana, he does not want to show what is going to happen in future. But for Arjuna, he can see that Duryodhana and the other Kaurava army, everybody is going into Krishna's mouth. It's the fire, something. So,
Yes. So when Krishna is showing that everybody is going inside his mouth, what does that indicate, Dinesh Prabhu? Like, why is Krishna showing that all the Kauravas were going inside his mouth?
He's assuring Arjuna that he is going to be victorious at the end. And all others are fated to die or to get killed in this battlefield.
So he's giving a clue in the future, like what is the outcome of the battle he's going to see. And when he does that, what it happens to the Kauravas? Can you all put in the chat? When Krishna actually take them inside his mouth, what is the result? What is going to happen to all the Kauravas? Why is Krishna doing that? It's a special mercy from Krishna to the Kauravas. Actually, it's a mercy. But why? Okay, when you say, now if you say Mukti, I think many got confused. Did Kauravas get Sayuja Mukti? How many of you say it's Sayuja Mukti? You can raise your hand, digital hand. Did Kauravas get Sayuja Mukti? Sayuja Mukti means merging into the impersonal Brahman, which all the demons get, definitely. But as said in the chat by Charu Mataji Singh says Sayuja, Kadambari Mataji says Sayuja, and Sri Devi Mataji says Sayuja. What about others? Higher planets? No, Neerajaman. They don't go to higher planets. Definitely no.
Mataji, they get mixed in the Brahma Jyoti?
No, that is called Sayuja Mukti, but that's not going to happen. It's not Salokya. Why?
Sarupya Mukti.
It is Sarupya, it's actually, because in Bhishma Stuti, in Bhagavatam, it's explained that all of the Kauravas, they saw the personal form of Krishna. Even Bhishma Dev saw the personal form of Krishna, and they all died with the hands of Krishna, and they saw the personal form of Krishna. That's called Sarupya Mukti. What is the other reason? That's one of the reasons. What is the other reason why they all got Sarupya Mukti? They didn't get Sayuja. Don't get confused. They didn't get Sayuja Mukti. They got Sarupya. One reason Bhishma Dev explains, and the Purport Prabhupada explains, is that they saw the personal form of Krishna. Arjuna could not see. Arjuna was behind Krishna during the war, and Bhishma Dev and all the Kauravas were face to face to Krishna. They could see the personal two-handed form of Krishna, and they died, or with the hands of Krishna, or in the sense Krishna killed them. So that barbaric also confirmed, right? So that Krishna was the one who was killing. Now, who's barbaric, by the way? You know that story? Who's barbaric? And you can raise a digital hand. Who's barbaric, and why did he say that it was Krishna who was killing everyone?
Ghatotka's son?
No, I need to take raised hand. Sarvanindri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Barbaric is Ghatotka's son, and
whose son is Gadolkach?
Ghatotkaч is Bhima's son. Bhima and
so Bhima's son
Hidimba.
Is Hidimba. So Bhima's son is Gadolkach, and his son is Barbaric. And what happened to him?
His neck was chopped off, and his head was put on the mountain, and he could see the whole of Kurukshetra war. And
yes,
so that's it. I know.
Yeah. So at the end, somebody asked Barbaric, like, how was the battle? How did the Pandavas fight? How did Kauravas fight? And what did he say?
I don't remember properly, Mataji.
Yeah, Barbaric said that what the Kauravas and Pandavas you're talking about, it was Krishna who was fighting.
Yeah.
Now, from this side and that side, it was Krishna. So Barbaric said the right thing, that it was Krishna who was actually doing it. Okay. So okay. So here we can say in 11.8 that devotees are situated in a transcendental relationship with Krishna, are attracted by his loving features and not by godless display of opulences. Devotee doesn't want to see the universal form, can't exchange rasa, and also he's not attracted by the opulences of the Lord, right? Natu mam sakshase drashtum. Okay, what is the other reason why he got Sarupya Mukti? Where did I go? Yeah, it was Yes, Dinesh Prabhu. It was the battle got over fast, but then it was Krishna who was actually fighting. Others were just an instrument. But one reason is they saw the two-handed form of Krishna and they got Sarubhya Mukti. What is the other reason why they got Sarubhya Mukti and not Salokya? I mean, Sayujya. Sayujya means merging into the Brahman effulgence. Why? Because who are these Kauravas? They're all eternal associates of the Lord. When Krishna wants to do his pastime, he brings his associates with him. Like a king doesn't go alone anywhere. He always takes his ministers. Similarly, when Krishna came to do the pastime of Kurukshetra war, all the Kauravas, everybody were his associates. So when Krishna has to go back to do his pastime, I mean, continue his pastime in the Goloka, when he wants to end the pastime in the material world, he takes away all his associates, right? So they are associates of Krishna. So that's why they called Sarubhya. They got Sarubhya Mukti, another reason why it is said. Okay, what people say about how the Yadu dynasty died and the curse by Gandhari, all that is just for namesake. Krishna cannot be cursed by anybody, and Krishna arranges his own pastime. It's just a leela to end the Yadu dynasty so that he can take them back home, back to Godhead. Okay, so when so I'll go somewhere else. Okay, so 11.8 says, Natu mam sakshise drashtum aneneva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshu pashyami yogamaishwaram. But you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence. So here, Arjuna had prema chakshus. Okay, he had prema chakshus. That's the highest. And he saw Krishna in the two-handed form. But he came down to the divine eyes platform to see the universal form, like how an Uttamadhikari comes to the Madhyama platform to preach. Okay, like Arjuna is not seeing the universal form for his personal benefit. He's doing it for all of us to make us understand that Krishna is not an ordinary person. So playmates and parents of Krishna and Vrindavan did not even know that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead because they were so immersed in pure love of Krishna, right? So it is said that in Bhagavatam also it says, Ittam sadam brahma sukhanubhutya dashyam gatanam paradevatena maya shridana naradarakena sakham vijahu krita punya punja. So Brahma says this in 10th canto, that how fortunate is the boys, the cowherd boys. They just play with Krishna. Krishna carry them in their shoulders and Krishna shares food with them and all that. They're krita punya punja. They've done so much punya in their previous janmas. And who is considered the impersonal Brahman by great sages, the Supreme Personality God by devotees, a product of material nature by the ordinary man. These boys, the cowherd boys, have performed many, many pious activities in their past lives. They are playing with Krishna face to face and playing with him in all the sports and everything. So now the difference between universal form, okay, we'll see the differences that's coming. Okay, now Sanjay is empowered to describe Arjuna's vision of the universal form. Now Arjuna, why could Sanjaya see the universal form? Why did Sanjaya see the universal form? How did he see?
Mataji,
Sridevi
He was
Mataji.
blessed by his guru.
We have to take the raised hands, please. Yes, Sridevi Mataji.
He was blessed by Veda Vyasa.
Yeah, Vyasadev. So he is a student of Vyasadev, and because of that blessing, he was able to see what was happening, right? Sanjaya was given that blessings. So now Krishna blessed Arjuna with that divine eyes. Sanjaya uvaja evam uktva tato rajan mahayogeshwara hari darshayam ashapataya paramam rupamaishwara. Sanjaya said, O king, having thus spoken, the Supreme Lord of all mystic power, the personality God, displayed his universal form to Arjuna. Now Sanjaya is saying to Dhritarashtra how the universal form has been displayed by Krishna. So Sanjaya is empowered, as it says that. Why? Because Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasa, could see whatever that has happened, right? So the 10 to 11 describes the different forms of the Lord. What happens if there's unlimited mouth, eyes, ornaments, weapon, and garlands? By inconceivable potency of the Lord, Arjuna could see the unlimited sitting in one place. So much he could see the unlimited form, right? And more radiance was coming, like thousands and hundreds of sun has risen. Okay. Divi Surya Sahasrasya means thousands of Surya. Bhave Yogapat Uddhuta Yadi Bha Sadrishi Satsya Bhashas Tatsya Mahatmanaha. Hundreds and thousands of sun were raised at once into the sky. That radiance might resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Person in that universal form. And this effulgence is the Brahmajyoti, right? The Brahman. So this is how Krishna's Brahman is. The sense has thousands and hundreds of sun has risen. So he is giving a mental picture to Dhritarashtra to describe how the universal form is. That's by the grace of Vyasdev, Sanjaya could see what happened in the Kurukshetra war. And he saw everything in one place, all the unlimited expansions he saw. Unlimited expansion of universe, including the planets of gold, jewels, and all that. And also indicates Arjuna and Krishna were sitting on the chariot and they were seeing everything in one place. Okay, and Krishna gave the vision to Arjuna here in the battlefield. So here he was astonished and bewildered to see that particular form. And Arjuna bows down and begins to pray with folded hands. So you can see a change of rasa here, right? From friendship to wonder. So friendship is the Sakya in a primary rasa. And wonder is the secondary rasa. This proves that Krishna is the reservoir of all relationships, the 12 rasas. We have 5 primary rasas, Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Valsalya, and 7 secondary rasas. That forms 12 rasas. Okay. And so but this doesn't happen in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, when Krishna lifts Govardhan hill or place on top of Kaliya, the friendship, it doesn't get mixed because it's Shuddha Aishwarya, Shuddha Madhurya Bhav there, so much love. But outside Vrindavan, there's change in the rasa. Like similarly, when Devaki Mata, also when Krishna appeared in the 400 form, then he became a baby. And after that, when he killed Kamsa and came back, Devaki Mata could not hug Krishna. She was in folded hands. There, the Valsalya ras get disturbed to Dasya form. But on the other hand, Yashoda Maya was running with a stick behind Krishna because that rasa is Shuddha Valsalya ras. So there's no mixture happening inside Vrindavan. Okay, so there is a change of rasa happening to Arjuna. And there are symptoms of wonder also. He was struck with wonder to see the universal form. Okay, his hairs were standing on end and he was in ecstasy and astonished. And he offered prayers with folded hands. So I will finish one more section with this. Okay, so that's how the universal form. Now, Sanjaya explained it, and Krishna is going to show that beauty form now. But later on, as we see that Arjuna himself requests to please withdraw that form, that he don't want to see that particular form. We'll do one more session, one more this thing, so that we make up for the last classes. Okay, so here we continue 15 to 31. Arjuna is experiencing the universal form, and Krishna replied to Arjuna's question, as time I am and become my instrument. Now, okay, fear also comes first. First is the wonder that comes, and later on the fear part comes. Why do we say that Arjuna is not dreaming the universal form? You can have raised hands. If I say that Arjuna is just dreaming, how do you prove that Arjuna is not just dreaming the universal form? He's actually seeing it. But what is the proof for it? Okay, keep thinking. Will come. It comes in the next few slokas. If I say that Arjuna is just dreaming, but then what's the proof? Deval Mataji, that he's not dreaming.
Mataji, I think in the next shlokas, he's saying that all the acharyas like Narad Muni, Asita Devala Muni, everyone has established that you are the supreme.
No. That is 10th chapter, na? 10.12. Param Brahma, Param Dhamma. That is established. Now here, but this is the universal form.
And then he's saying that now I'm bewildered, so now please come back to your 400 form and then come back to your 200 form. So that is
Arjuna saying, no? So how do we know that Arjuna is not just dreaming that? Okay, Keshav Prabhu, we'll see.
Because this, not only Arjuna, it was being watched by other
very good.
Other planets, other planets and other deities and these goddesses.
Yes.
They are also watching.
Other demigods and sages have also seen this. Very good. Yes. So in that way, see, you can see here, Arjuna seeing the living entity in one place. All the demigods, all living entities, Brahma sitting on the lotus, Lord Shiva and the sages and divines, all of them were seen in that particular form. And Arjuna see everything in the universe. Therefore, he sees Brahma also in that. This is all seen in the universal form. Okay. But later on, we'll see that not only Arjuna, other demigods in higher planetary system were also able to see. They were offering prayers to see that particular form. Okay. So here, from the beginning to the end, everything could be seen by Arjuna in that universal form, was sitting in one place on the chariot. This was possible by the grace of Krishna and Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva is none other than Krishna Dvaipayana Vyas. He is Krishna himself, right? His guru. So Krishna is unlimited. Arjuna sees in Krishna many bodies, many arms, bellies, mouth, eyes, unlimited. No end, middle, or beginning. So Arjuna speaks his realization of the universal form. In 11.17, Arjuna finds Krishna's universal form very difficult to see. Okay, he didn't want to see that. That's a very scary form, the Kala form, which devotees doesn't like to see that particular form. So he says that I don't want to see this particular form. Please withdraw. Later on, he says that. But here, in the 14th sloka purport, Srila Prabhupada writes, the great devotees see Krishna as the reservoir of all relationship. That's why Krishna is called Akhila Rasamrita Murti. By Rupa Goswami says, Akhila Rasamrita, all rasas are there in Krishna. And everyone, each one of us can have particular rasa with Krishna. Like when Krishna appeared in Mathura on the arena of Kamsa, right? The Chanura and Mushtika, they saw Krishna as wrestlers in the sense in Bhaya. And Kamsa saw as death personified, Yamaraj coming. And the other queens of the Mathura, they also saw Krishna in Vatsalya Bhav, others saw in Madhurya Bhav. So each one had a different rasa with Krishna because Krishna is Akhila Rasamrita Murti. Kritinam Gadinam Chakrinam Cha Tejo Rasim Sarvato Deeptimantam Pashyami Tvam Durnirikshyam Samantat Deeptanalarka Dvidim Aprameyam. Your form is difficult to see because it's glaring effulgence spreading on all sides like blazing fire or the immeasurable radiance of the sun. Yet I see this glowing form everywhere adorned with various crowns, clubs, and discs. So Arjuna is describing that Arjuna finds the universal form is very difficult to see. And this glow that's coming, Tejo Rasin, adorned with crowns, clubs, and discs, because it's radiance effulgent, right? Spreading on all sides, which is immeasurable radiance, like the blazing fire of the sun, like thousands and millions of sun that is risen. So he's not able to behold that particular form. Now Arjuna attempts to describe it by saying that you are the Supreme Lord. He says that you are the supreme primal objective. Okay, that is Anadi, Madhyantam, Ananda Viryam, and you are the ultimate resting place of the universe. And he says he's inexhaustible or oldest, and he's maintainer of the eternal religion. And in 11.19, he says, and many other places there's a repetition, but according to scriptures, repetition means glories of Krishna. That's not a literary weakness. Because again he says there are thousands of heads, there is thousands of this thing. So in that purport, you can see in the next one, that 11.20, it says that Arjuna is not just seeing a dream. Okay, here. So this proves that Arjuna is not seeing a dream. Why? Because not only Arjuna, but other planetary system who were endowed with divine vision also saw the form, because it's described here. Dvaya Pridhuva means the space between heaven and earth, and Logatrayam, three world, is used in this word. Although here the one is spread throughout the sky and the planets of all space between, O great one, seeing this wondrous and terrible form, all the planetary system are perturbed, all the planetary system, especially the upper planetary system. Okay, so there are demigods there. They were also able to see this particular form, who have been blessed by Krishna with divine vision. They were able to see that form. Okay. Yeah, demigods are also pure devotees of Krishna. So whoever Krishna wished with or blessed with, it said, it's not specifically mentioned who they are, but then here it is said that other planets, whoever endowed with divine vision, they also saw that particular form. Yes, they saw it. So that's why that proves that Arjuna was not just dreaming. He actually saw the form, because that here it is said on the 21st sloka, the demigods in all planetary system feared the terrific manifestation of the universal form and its glaring effulgence, and they offered prayers for protection. So the demigods were also there to witness. And here it is mentioned, who are they? All the various manifestations of Lord Shiva, the Adityas, the Vasus, the Sadhyas, Vishvedas, the two Ashvis and Marutus, the forefathers, Gandharvas, Yakshas and Asuras, and the perfected demigods are beholding you in wonder. So they all have seen that particular form. So 21 to 22 says the prayers of the demigods and sages for protection. All are fearful. Demigods surrendering and praying with floated hands. The great sages praying the Vedic hymns, and Lord Shiva, Aditya's Vasus, everyone saw that particular form. 23 to 25 says about Arjuna's experiencing a terrible fearsome sight. Now he don't want to see that particular form. He's developing fear. He now expresses his pitiful state so that the Lord will withdraw this universal form. Actually, he asked, right, to show it. Now, so now we understood why we say that Arjuna was not dreaming, because all the demigods in other planetary system also saw that particular form. So what did he see? What else did he see? He saw that everyone gets trapped in the mouths of the Lord, right? All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their kings and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all are rushing into the fearful mouth of Krishna as moth goes near fire, no? Like that. And I see them trapped with the head smashed between your Krishna's teeth. So Krishna is actually showing Arjuna the outcome of the battle, that you don't have to worry, you're going to win. And he also says, you're just an instrument. Nimitta matram bhavasa visachi. I am the one who's the doer. We are not the doer. It's Krishna actually doing it. And that's Krishna's plan. What will happen if all the Kauravas die at home? They're not going to get mukti, and that is Sarubhya mukti. Right? There was a confusion. Is it Sayuja? Definitely we think that they're all demons. Definitely they get Sayuja. But then these are the two reasons why it was not Sayuja, it was Sarubhya. One is they saw the two-handed particular form. Second is they associates of the Lord. So that's why they got that form. But when you say Sarubhya mukti, what do you mean? Okay, which form is it? Same form as the Lord, but which is that form? Sridevi Mataji.
Four-handed form.
That four-handed form, right? So that is not the two-handed form. Okay. Two-handed form is the same features or same rupa, but which is that rupa? It's not the two-handed form. Two-handed form of Krishna is only belong to Krishna. That Shyam Sundar form that is. Okay, that is only for Krishna. When you say Sarubhya Mukti, it is actually the Vaikuntha form. Now, where else we saw the Vaikuntha form? In Achamila's pastime, when the Vishnu Buddhas came, it was a four-handed form, right? Okay. So, how did all the Dronacharya, Bhishmacharya, everybody goes in Krishna's mouth? The analogy given is as many waves of rivers flow into ocean. You can see so many rivers coming to the ocean, right? Similarly, all the Kauravas were going inside Krishna's mouth at one ocean, or as moth dashed to the base, to the blazing fire, they all dies. So Arjuna sees that the leaders of the opposing party, that is Bhishma, Drona, Karna, all sons of Dhritarashtra, and the soldiers, and Arjuna's own soldiers were all annihilated. So this is an indication that after death of nearly all the persons assembled Kurukshetra, Arjuna will become victorious. So Krishna is showing a clue to Arjuna. Because Arjuna is lamenting out of compassion and indecision and all that, no? So Krishna is like, I already killed them, Arjuna. Krishna says, I already killed them. You just have to be there. Like a small child who sit in front of the bike of the father. The father rides the bike, but the child thinks he is riding, right? So our Krishna is just giving a credit to Arjuna that, yeah, Arjuna, let everyone think that you are killing. Actually, he's not killing. He's Krishna only killed. So this is an indication that Arjuna is going to be victorious. And it's also mentioned here that Bhishma, who's supposed to be unconquerable, will also be smashed. So also Karna. Not only with great warriors of the other party like Bhishma are smashed, but some of the great warriors of Arjuna's side also will be smashed. So the universal form, Akala Rupa, yes, that's why it is said it's not seen by anybody, because Krishna could not show the Kala Rupa to Yashodamaya. He showed the universe, right? She saw the universe inside Krishna's mouth. And in Duryodhana's case also, the Kala Rupa was not exhibited. So the Kala Rupa, the universal form, Kala Rupa was given only here, okay, it was shown only here. So Arjuna, out of fear, asked the two questions: who are you and what is your mission? Because now Arjuna is confused. Right? I saw Krishna as like my friend, and then to Dasya, but now it's like wonder. It's like, who are you and what's your mission? And why is Arjuna asking the question? Because although Arjuna knew Krishna as his friend and as a supreme personality Godhead, he was puzzled by various forms exhibited by Krishna. Then after that, Krishna replies, like when Arjuna asked, who are you? Then Krishna started replying. Kalosmi, Shri Bhagavan Vaja, Kalosmi logakshaya krit pravritto logan samahartum iva pravritta arte apitvam na bhavishyanti sarve ye avastitha pratyanigeshu yotaha. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, time I am, the great destroyer of the world. So what does the time factor do? Destroy everything. And I have come to destroy all people, with the exception of you, the Pandavas. All the soldiers here on both sides will be slain. But what will happen to the Pandavas after the battle? What will happen to the Pandavas? What will happen to the Pandavas? Yes, Mataji, Devan.
They go back they are the eternal associates of Krishna, and they go back to Goloka.
They go back to Krishna's abode, right? Yes. So why there is a doubt? Why is everybody doubting about that? Definitely they go back to Krishna's world. They have come to do their pastime, and once the pastime is over, they're going back. But then again, Arjuna had to come down as Ramananda Rai. Now when Kali Yuga, when Krishna comes as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is happening in Dwapar Yuga. Now here he says, time I am, right? That is Kala Rupa. Kala Rupa. And he says, become my instrument. Nimitta matram bhavisavya such. Kalosmi. So Arjuna wanted to give up fighting and was indecisive in 2.6. But even if Arjuna did not fight, Krishna is like, even if you don't fight and you run away, Arjuna, I've already killed them. The death for everyone in the battlefield of Kurukshetra could not be checked. But that was Krishna's plan. Krishna wanted to give them Sarubhya Mukti, give them moksha, so that he brought everyone together, and in front of Krishna, by the hands of Krishna, I mean, in a sense, by Krishna, they all had the death. So time is destruction, and all the manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. This is the law of nature. So he says he's the destroyer of the world. He said Kalosmi. And now he says about how Arjuna should be an instrument. Nimitta matram vapisavya such. Tasmatvam uddishya yasho labasva jitva satrun bhungshva rajyam samriddham mayaivate na nihita purvameva nimitta matram vapisavya such. It's a very important point. We are also like that. Nimitta. We are just an instrument. Srila Prabhupada reached America in the Jalatuta ship. He wrote that poem, Boro Kripa Koile Krishna, and there he says, I'm like a puppet in your hands, Krishna. You make me dance as you like. Make me dance, oh Lord, make me dance. So in the sense, we are all instrument in Krishna's hands. And whenever we cook something or do something great, we should not feel that we are doing it. It's actually Krishna who makes us do that. And we are just an instrument. So Sabyasachi means one who can shoot arrows very expertly. That's what Arjuna is. And he says, just become an instrument. Okay. Nimitta matram bhavisavya sashin. So it's fool's mentality to have no plan behind it. They think there's no plan behind the creation and everything is accident. What is that theory called? Anyone knows? What is the theory where the atheist and the scientists, they say how the creation happened? What theory is it called?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Good. So what do you mean by Big Bang Theory? There is an explosion, right? And with a big chunk, and it exploded. But who is setting the explosion? And nothing can happen by accident, right? The Big Bang Theory. Good. So this was Krishna's plan, the Lord's plan. The whole world is moving according to the plan of the Supreme Personality Godhead. But the scientists, they say they perhaps, maybe, because they don't know, they can't see, right? The plan being manifested by Krishna. There are so many so-called scientists. So the so-called scientists, they come under which category? In Bhagavad Gita describes the scientist as who? This cosmic manifestation is a chance for the conditioned soul to go back home, back to Godhead, not to lord it with the material nature. But anyone who can understand the plan of the Supreme Lord and cultivate Krishna consciousness is the most intelligent. They're not just atheists. Yes, Charu Mataji. What are they called as? The scientists?
Maya, Apakrita Jnana.
Very good. Maya, Apakrita Jnana. So they call Maya, Apakrita Jnana, Masuram, Bhava, Mashadam. Good. So Maya, Apakrita Jnana. They have a lot of Jnanam, knowledge, but Maya takes it. That's in the sense illusion. They are into illusion, right? They think it's perhaps, maybe like that. So creation and destruction of the cosmic manifestation are under the guidance of the Lord. So thus Arjuna is motivated to fight according to Krishna's desire. Because Arjuna is like, even if I don't fight, Krishna have already killed everyone. And he now is confident because he was worried about the outcome of the battle. Now he's confident he's going to win. So this is the path of real happiness and perfection. Now he's going to work for Krishna, right? Because Krishna told he's doing it. So Krishna wants to give credit to his devotees. Krishna did it, but why is he giving credit? Like Krishna is the one who actually started ISKCON or spread Krishna consciousness in the West, because Prabhupada says it's Krishna and his spiritual master who did it. But Krishna could have done it as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He could have taken Krishna consciousness abroad, but he left that mercy for Srila Prabhupada. So Prabhupada says that Krishna wants his devotees to become famous, or Krishna wants to give the credit to the devotees. Actually, it's Krishna only who's doing it. Like, for example, the father and the son, they fight. And in that fight, in a small fight, like, and the father shows as if he died, in the sense he fall down. So just to give happiness to the son, right? The son cannot fight with the father. The son cannot fight with the father, but the father act as if he is weak, so as to give pleasure, to give that credit to his son, that the son won. So similarly, we are all the sons of the Lord, and we are so not powerful as the Lord, but the Lord have done it, and he gives the credit to us. So Arjuna is told to fight and be victorious and enjoy the kingdom, because Krishna desired the battle, indicates the word no by plan. I've already killed them. Okay. So he says, I've already done that, and do not be disturbed. And he says, you will become victorious, be my instrument. So Prabhupada writes in the purport that every plan is made by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is like a take-home lesson for all of us. But he is so kind and merciful to his devotees that he wants to give credit to his devotees who carry out the plan according to Krishna's desire. So life should be therefore move in such a way that everyone acts in Krishna consciousness, understand the Supreme Personality Godhead through the medium of a spiritual master. The plan of the Supreme Personality Godhead are understood by only his mercy, and the plan of the devotees are as good as his plans, and one should follow such plans. So we should follow these plans of our spiritual master under Krishna's guidance. So we'll take a break. We'll just have a small discussion. After that, put the attendance link. So you have to discuss how you became an instrument in Krishna's hand. Okay, the second part, you take the second part of the question. It's your personal experience. It's not preaching, it's personal. Discuss any incidents or a personal experience of your life of how you became an instrument in Krishna's hand. And how did that inspire others? You got the question? My question is, how did this part, the personal experience, okay? Just anything, it might be a small thing or something related to Krishna consciousness, might be that how you became an instrument in Krishna's hand. Okay, your personal experience of becoming Krishna's instrument. Your personal experience, that should be a personal experience. All of you should go to the breakout room. I know whoever is leaving from the room, who is not joining, please join, because it adds marks to your Bhakti Shastri level. And please be active in the room. Everyone should get a chance to speak their personal experience. Okay, and then you come back, I'll randomly select someone. Hare Krishna. Paula back. Okay. It's a nice question about how you became an instrument, Krishna's. I think, okay, we'll have a discussion. Then, okay, I can randomly select them. Okay, let's go with our host, Sridevi Mataji. I think you can start.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Yeah, we had a nice discussion and everyone participated well, Mataji. So first, Priyadarshini Mataji said she has been an instrument in solving one of her students' family problems. She got an intuition from inside saying she should help that student in her L2 course, Mataji. And then for myself, like we are not Krishna conscious family, but I got touched into this ISKCON movement from your course only, Mataji. And then I started taking Ekadashi Vrat and chanting. Now my family members are also like chanting at least one round and taking Ekadashi Vrat. And my mother told it's like Krishna, you are being an instrument in the hand of Krishna for our Ekadashi Vrat and chanting Hare Krishna. And then Arvind Gyani Prabhuji told he is basically a CA by profession, and he has been instrument in the preaching work. He preaches in English and Hindi languages. And Sachidanandan Prabhuji also said similar thing. He had some network issues, so we couldn't hear him properly. And Charu Mataji told in her life, many people have become an instrument for her to help advance in Krishna consciousness. Out of blue moon, she would get a call to help her advance in Krishna consciousness. But till now, she didn't get a chance to be an instrument in Krishna, or to be an instrument in the hands of Krishna itself. So this is what we discussed.
Okay. Is Deval Mataji? You can share.
Yeah, Mataji, we were in the same group. It's Sridevi Mataji. So my experience also was similar about preaching, that I'm also just an instrument in preaching, and because even I'm not qualified to preach at this stage, but still somehow I've got this opportunity by the mercy of the Lord and Guru and Gauranga. So I was sharing the same platform with Sridevi Mataji and the group.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Charu Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Like Shri Mataji said, like I'm not sure if I have been an instrument in impacting anyone's life. I'm just trying to be, but many devotees have been instrument in my Krishna conscious journey. It's like everybody has been supported, and even I would have not been expecting anyone to call me or do anything. When I was in despair or when I was in need of some suggestion, I feel that Krishna's hands in that situation, because the devotee will come and help me, he'll guide me, and then make me choose the right decision. So I have always seen Krishna's hands in there. So that's what I was trying to say. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Keshav Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this actually a personal experience I shared in this group was that while serving, I was serving with Indian Air Force during 1992-93 years. One incident has happened with me. I lost my identity card while traveling in the train. And in 1 week, in 5 days, I got the train from Howrah and deported at Gwalior. I lost the card. I searched it. I didn't get it. But I have to get for punishment because the defense identity card was very serious. So they gave me a chance for a week. I told that I have lost here only, Gwalior, not in train. That was serious negligence. So I said I lost here only in Gwalior. But some of my friends said you will get it back, don't worry. But so they gave me time, okay, last 1 week you have time, you search it. Then after a week, I got it back. How? That the train has gone to Gwalior, it has come back to Howrah, again it has gone to Gwalior, like that. Next week, in the same Friday, one of my friend, he boarded the train at Howrah. He got it in the bathroom. That identity card, it was in a pouch, in a bag, it was hanging underneath that washing basin. because somebody in the night time I opened that from my waist I opened that bag and kept in that bath, and somebody stole it, and they took out the money and the things they have taken out, but that identity card and that the keys of that room they kept it in the bag. It was hanging underneath that placing. So he went in the toilet and he found that bag. Next week he gave it to me that and I got that bag. So I felt that time, actually that time itself, that time also I was spiritual only, means I was chanting the Om Namah Shivaya with Lord Shiva. So they said me that you will get it back, don't worry, you will get it back. I got it. So I felt that it was serious and it was we are the instrument. In fact, I was saved from that severe punishment, and I was the instrument in the hand of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, yes. Yes, Dinesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you. In our group, Mati Prabhu was with us, Supriya Mataji, Sudha Mataji, and Reddy Prabhu, they were here. Mataji, I don't think I qualify to say anything. Many miraculous happenings have taken place in my life till now, but I don't know. There was some divine force. Was it Krishna or not? I can't say. Firstly, during COVID period, when we started, I joined this in May 1921. It was, 2021. It was a very learning experience through level 1, 2, and 3. And I got motivated to distribute Bhagavad Gita and other such religious books amongst my known persons, friends, and students also. I'm a faculty, I am teaching hospital management and administration to my students of naturopathy and MHA students, masters in hospital administration. Now, I don't know whether Krishna has accepted what I'm saying. I try to quote from Bhagavad Gita extensively and motivate my students to take up to a spiritual path, real path. And it was really an eye-opening experience for me to learn that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Earlier, I used to equate, all demigods. Krishna also was a demigod, kind of other gods like Shiva, Ganesh. And I never knew that. Now, after this program or the courses continuous for last 2 or 3 years, I'm convinced that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is what I try to tell others and convince others, not only tell others, quoting from Bhagavad Gita and his preachings. So, Mataji, I don't know, I'm a worthy person to be called as an instrument in Krishna movement. I'm a very patit soul, fallen soul rather, but still I'm making efforts, I can say just thing. And we had a wonderful experience from Supriya Mataji. Please, I'll request that if you permit that she makes narrate from her group.
Yes, Supriya Mataji, yes. You can unmute Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So I just wanted to narrate a incident that happened with me personally after joining ISKCON. In my level 3, there was a form that was circulated in our group. If anybody would like to do seva, please volunteer. So I was looking at the seva. So there were many sevas in that Google form that was given to us. So one seva, I thought that I will do the PPT presentation, which I thought I will do it because I keep doing it in my office. And I applied online, but for a very long time, I did not get any response. And I thought that I wish I could do that because that is something which is very easily done by me. I might not be an admin or a poster or anything, but this is something which I can do. But I did not get a chance, and that was in my mind for a very long time. So almost after a year, I get a call and they say that we have seen your online thing and are you interested in making a PPT for kids, which is for chapter 17 and chapter 18. So I immediately said yes. Incidentally, that day was my leave. So I knew that I could spend time and finish it. I had the whole day, but then Mataji said that you don't have much time. It is 10 o'clock. You have to finish it by 3 o'clock. So 3 o'clock, 2 chapters. it felt a little difficult, but I didn't want to leave this opportunity. I thought that, yeah, this is something which I was really looking forward to do a seva. And then she said that the Mataji said that you don't have to really go into details. I will share the points. I will share what needs to be done. Please stick to the point. Don't deviate. Just do whatever is being told and you will be able to finish it. So I started the work. By 3 o'clock, I finished the work and I sent it in the group. After that, my phone went shut down. And when I restarted, I wanted to save Mataji's number, so that in case in future, if there is any seva, something similar to that, I can, be of help. I searched the entire call history. I couldn't get the number. I don't know from where that number came and where that number vanished. I really wanted to thank her from the bottom of my heart, which I couldn't do it because I was keen in completing the PPT. So I said that I think I have lost the number. After the month ended, I remembered the date and time. I went back to the Airtel, asked for my postpaid bill, because I know incoming and outgoing will be registered. I searched the bill day in and day out just to find out that particular time, that particular day. I remembered very well because it was my CL. And that was my point of reference, that it cannot be any other day. It was my CL. But I couldn't get that number till today. So I felt that I had that intense feeling of doing seva. And I feel that I got a chance from the Lord through Mataji to get that work done. I'm very thankful for that.
They were nice, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Neeraja Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Mataji, since I joined Krishna consciousness, I've been facing my daily activities is through Krishna only, Mataji. And one very dangerous experience what I faced is I was about to lose my eye, Mataji, in the left eye. When I was doing some gardening work, I almost thought that my eye has gone, Mataji. But by the grace of Krishna, that was a very simple injury. And when I went to the Netra Dhama, they told nothing has happened inside and your eye is perfectly all right. There are some little bit of small scratches. That's all in your lens. Nothing has happened. I was totally so surprised, Mataji, because I had such a big injury on my left eye, Mataji. But and I was scared that I lost my vision, Mataji. And that one experience, and that by that experience, I developed a lot of faith and love and everything towards Krishna. It's because of Krishna only I am my eye has been saved. And one more problem I faced, Mataji. A doctor told me to take out the organ. One organ, but I was totally scared. Even that also, second time also, he saved me, Mataji. Nothing happened. I went to a very good doctor who advised me not to worry. And by her treatment, I could really solve all my health problems. I'm perfectly all right now. And I can see a lot of changes in my husband and my son also, Mataji. Like my husband also, because of short of time, he is not able to do much. But he is doing his rounds, early morning rounds. He is doing chanting. And he does everything, Ekadashi, everything. Even my son is doing Ekadashi, Vrata, Mataji. Very seriously he does. He doesn't even have anything. Full day he will be fasting, Mataji. All those changes is making me so much confident that everything, what all I'm facing in my life is through Krishna, is by Krishna only, Mataji. And before I used to fear a lot for everything, for each and everything, what will happen, what will happen. Now that fear is not there. Whatever loss may be, Mataji, I'm not scared now. Because I'm confident that Krishna is there. As a loving father, he's taking care of all my family problems and everything. So day by day, my confidence is increasing, Mataji. And whatever I feel like doing, I'm able to do. I had a lot of intention to do seva in the temple, Mataji. I got a very good chance in the new temple in South Bangalore. I got a very good chance of distributing prasadam to a lot of devotees all the 3 days. And I could see Guru Maharaj also. I wanted to see him very badly because I had not seen him personally, Mataji. I could see him, Guru Maharaj, from very nearby. And even now, I'm getting a lot of sevas from the temple, garland seva, because that was my intention, Mataji. I had to do personal seva because I have no association of devotees. I am through online only, no, Mataji, all these years. So I wanted personal association of devotees. I'm getting every day, I'm getting that personal association, Mataji. And still there are many more to tell. Whatever is happening is by Krishna only, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, just tell how you became an instrument in Krishna's hands. Okay, that was the question.
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Really, I'm not a confident person. I'm a very introvert person, actually. In the public also, I'm very hesitant to speak and all. Okay, after coming to here in this platform, I have got some confidence. Before and all, I was always in the mute mode only. I will never unmute. If it is needed, then only I'll unmute like that and all. Now I am getting some bit of confidence. Okay, last actually before 2-3 months, usually I was reading some in the ICF platform, that amazing Acharya one, actually about Miss Srila Prabhupada's life history. I was very much interested. Every day I was reading that. I was never skipping it. So one day one notification came in that actually you can join. I am from Kerala, so that anybody want to join the Malayalam group, you can join. So just I have never attended any Bhagavad Gita class or anything like that. So just I have joined it. Next morning one notification came in that, okay, if anybody wanted to do actually translation, can read Malayalam well and read translation of Bhagavad Gita, you can do one, please send 1 minute audio like that. So I have sent, actually I didn't want to send the audio, but I was not confident about my reading and all, but just I have did it, and accidentally it went to the group. Actually, I don't want to tell the details and all. But anyway, the audio has been sent, and one Prabhuji has called me and told me that you are reading well only, Anita. You can do that translation. So I could do that. Means 9 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. I did translation for actually audiobook. It is in YouTube now. So I thought that, okay, I never thought that I will join such a group and I will read like that. Means in a media, my sound will be there like that. Everything is Krishna's mercy only. Because in childhood and all, means I was doing, while writing competitions and all, I was doing very well, but never I was in a stage or in the public platform or anything like that. So many times I went to the platform and I couldn't complete it, and I will come back like that and all. But this is Krishna's mercy only in this platform, because I know that I'm nothing really. Actually, I can't tell that I am actually, so many devotees are here and all. I'm nowhere, I know that. But Krishna gave me such a chance. So I'm so much grateful to Krishna. I know that Krishna is doing everything for me. Everything is happening. Actually, my life means it is so much up and downs and all. So many physically, also mentally, also so many things has happened. But that is for me. But this is for a seva for others. That was, I can't explain, Motherji. It was such a blessed moment for me. So I think Krishna is making me do everything. And tomorrow also maybe some wishes for, actually I wanted to do, means it's a personal speech I am telling. I wanted to take initiation, but always I wanted, okay, I could do that. But the thing is that I have so much pressure from my family. I can't do like that and all now. But I think Krishna will do solution for that also for me. One day I can preach, or also maybe that much confidence also may come into me like that. I wish so, Madaji. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Especially during preaching, it's not us who's actually doing it. Like most of the time when questions comes and when you answer, and later on you go back and see the recordings, you'll be like, how did I answer this question? Or something happens that Krishna and the gurus, the parampara guides you. It's not us we are doing. We understand we are just an instrument, because whatever we read doesn't come that time. It just comes realization which Guru and Parampara gives you. It's not our theory knowledge which is coming in. We are just like an instrument where the Parampara is speaking through us. So it's like that. So when you start preaching, you understand that how you're becoming an instrument in dragging many souls to Krishna consciousness. So as you all said, yes, the whole family get inspired because of that. So then we understand that we are nothing and we won't be proud of what we are doing, because then we understand everything is done by Krishna. Okay, anyone else like to share, or can we end today? I've put the attendance link in the chat, so please fill it up. Okay. Yeah, yes, Madhuji. I think you have some network issue.
Hare Krishna, Mataji, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, I want to share my experience. Like recently, 2 weeks back, I was called by Mayapur TV. It's a online show where they telecast all the darshan, everything of Mangal Aarti and Darshan Aarti. So they hold up a ladies special as well as Prabhuji's special talk show. So there I was called to speak in Hindi, and all of a sudden, they called me and they said, like one day prior, they said me that you have to, it will be live show, and it's a ladies special show, and it's in Hindi. So you have to, lots of people from all around the world, whether it's devotee, non-devotee, they're going to send questions, and you have to answer to the, question sent. So I and they told me one day prior, like I have to go today, and yesterday they told me that you have to come for the show. So I said, okay, fine. I prepared a bit. I couldn't prepare much. So I went, and the show was not that much good. And the show was to be continued to the next week. And I told my husband that I don't want to go for the show because I couldn't prepare, and I have lots of seva. Like I'm doing seva for the Vaikunta kids over here by teaching in international school. So plus I have my Bhakti Shastri and lots other things which I have to learn, and even make notes. So I told my husband that I don't want to go, but my husband said, no, you have to go because you are an instrument. Srila Prabhupada has selected you, Lord has selected you, Gauranga has selected you. Why you are selected? Why you are told only to go? There are lots of other Matajis also. Why you are called? So he's saying, no, you have to go. Don't miss this opportunity. Maybe Lord wants through you to send some message which, which you can connect to the audience. You can connect to lots of devotees and non-devotees who are, who wants to come into Krishna consciousness, but they are not able to do it because of their family. Maybe the in-laws or the father and mother, they are, objecting. So you have to go. And there, when I went for the second time, I was so fluent, though I couldn't answer much because I told that I am totally neophyte. But I thought, when I saw my video on the YouTube, which is telecasted, so I told everyone that it's not me at all. Like Guru Maharaj is totally, he was there with me. I was so fluent because what I know about myself, I have a huge stage fear. I have a huge camera fear, and I can't speak properly. But there I could speak properly, and every time Lord Krishna was with me, and he used me as an instrument. And even my Guru Maharaj, he was totally there with me. And I'm really happy that it has crossed 10,000, and it's still there. I couldn't send to the group because I wasn't good enough to answer the questions which were sent to me. It was asked it was live. So I wanted to share, but I couldn't because I'm so ashamed that I'm such a neophyte. I know I'm a neophyte. I shouldn't have gone, but they have called, and they are they want to they want new faces. So but it's all Lord's mercy, and Guru was always there with me. So I would ask for request that can I share that video with the group.
Not allowed actually, all personal things. It's something related to Bhakti Shastri is only allowed in the group, Mataji. That's okay. But here, as you said, one senior devotee says that yes, when Krishna select you for the service, any service it might be, like as Mataji said about garland making, or might be taking class or preaching, any small service which you do. It is said that when we should be grateful that out of thousands and millions of people, Krishna selected us or you to be on the service. And that's one thing to be grateful. Second is when you are selected for the service, Krishna empowers you. Krishna empowers you or gives you that power to do that service. Right? So there might be different grades of doing it, but your effort is also important. But it is said that Krishna selects you, you should be really grateful. And when service comes, you should take it. Not like sometimes service comes because you're chanting Hare Krishna. That Hare Krishna mantra means, Radharani, please involve me in Krishna service. So it may be in the limelight, it may be behind the scenes. So when Guru Maharaj came here, he was here for 1 week, and all of us had service. Some were cooking, some were cleaning, some were behind the scenes, some were in front. So many things. But then all service is important. And we should be ready to take the menial service also, not only in the limelight. We should not be only preaching. We should do all physical service also in the temple, which makes us more humble. Because when you start preaching, that puffness will come, little bit pride will come, but then Krishna doesn't like the devotees to become proud. So what we should do is we should take to menial service, like simple services, which doesn't have much fame and power and all. So, but then Krishna will empower us. Whatever service we get empowered, and through you become an instrument in Krishna's preaching. Okay, so that's how. No more questions in the chat. I think we can end here. By next class, we can finish chapter 11. That will be on 19th. And by 2nd, I think 26th, we can finish chapter 12. That's just 20 slokas. So by November 2nd or November 1st week, can we have our second closed book exam? Is it okay for everyone? November 1st week.
Mataji, Mayapur trip is there, no?
Mataji traveling.
Yeah, that is from 5th to
Third to 8th.
To 8th. Okay, after that, we are free now.
At the end of November.
Not end. I can't go till there. Or the second week. Might be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. No,
Yes.
I'm free only on 14th or 16th. Tuesday batch. 14th or 16th, okay? Mostly the close book. And the slokas will be like, the slokas should be chanted and sent in WhatsApp. 7 slokas each. The video, 2 videos, 7 slokas each. Okay, video should be sent in WhatsApp. All the 14 slokas has to be memorized for module 2. No excuse for that. So, okay, so that I'll announce the date when you can do that. That will be after theory.
20th of November is date.
I will decide it, Mataji. Yes, Deval Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. I have a question. Actually, I got it on the batch today.
Yes.
In the class. So the question was during menstrual periods, how to offer bhoga to the Laddu Gopal Vigraha. So my suggestion was, because I heard from other lectures was that you can cook in the pot and you can just offer to the photo and just ask them to come and take it. But you are not supposed to offer it in the Lord's plate or anything. You are not supposed to touch the paraphernalia in India. So I just wanted to confirm that, how can they offer? Because if there is no female member in the family, but they only
You can touch the paraphernalia, because how do you serve otherwise? You're touching the vessels which is cooked, na?
the Lord's.
Yeah, you're touching the vessels which you're cooking for the Lord.
Okay.
And what is the difference if you don't touch the plate which is offered? No, if nobody is there at home, if somebody is there, they can do the service. But if nobody is there, they can take a head bath, they can do achaman, and then they can cook and offer in the same plate. No profits. If there is nobody in the house, because it says that Yashoda Maya, when she was feeding Krishna, she was also going through all these female issues. Nobody stopped, and you can't stop. Keep deities fasting on such particular days. And someone asked, some senior Vaishnava asked, do you think Krishna walks away from your heart during those days? No, Krishna is always there with you. And it doesn't matter where you touch the paraphernalia, because if nobody is there to do it, except that you don't go near Tulsi, except that everything is allowed, Mataji. Only thing is we have to ask for forgiveness and then do it, because nobody is there at home to do it. Or else, if we have someone to take care, then you don't please do it. But then if nobody is there, there's so many senior Matajis have done that, and that's what.
Like she's the only cooking member, then the males can offer. Is that okay?
Yeah, like that.
I'm sorry,
if she
my
cooks,
network
then
is.
they can offer. Yeah, they can offer.
Okay.
So that can also be done. Is Charu Mataji?
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam. Sorry, Mataji, I have a request regarding the closed book exam for module 2. If it happens over the weekend, that will be really very helpful, Mataji. Weekdays exam, it will be little tough. Mataji, it is a weekend.
No, I don't. See, you should know my schedule. No, I'm fully packed. I have classes from every city, every day, except Wednesdays, because my husband will be taking Bhakti Shastri in the same link. So I have classes all other days. Some things I have only this class. I'm free on other days. And why don't you take an extra class? But I'm really busy with all the days. I have different Bhakti Shastri classes running, Bhakti Vaibhav going to start, Bhakti Sadachar running. So all the classes parallelly running. So I'm not free any other day, and I won't be able to conduct. So we'll decide the dates because I have one more batch, Tuesday batch, joining with you. So it's just 1 hour exam, 45 minutes exam. You can just come, write the exam and go, just 45 minutes. Okay.
Yes, Mataji, the timing, normally that's the timing we have to send the kids to the school. No, the timings, because that evening, because that's the timing we have to send kids to the school, drop the kids to the school. That is the only concern, Mataji.
For one devotee, we have to take majority, this thing, Mataji, majority of votes, and we'll decide the dates and time. We can't shift according to, we'll see how the other batch is responding, and then we'll decide. Okay.
Mataji, sadhana and service both should be given equal importance to Mataji.
Yes, yes. Without sadhana, your service is nothing. So only service, then your sadhana breaks. I mean, your devotion service. So you should do proper sadhana, and then only you can do proper service. So Supriya Mataji, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. This is chanting time. We can't compromise on our sadhana. We can't keep exam on early morning, and it's not possible for everyone. And that's our sadhana time, 5 to 7. So we can't compromise on that. So it will be in the usual time, 7 p.m. Okay. The dates will be announced soon, because for next week I'll finish chapter 11, and 26th I'll be done with chapter 12. So November 1st week we are all going to Mayapur. So after that, come back from Mayapur and we'll have a closed book exam. Okay. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you. One second.
Same pattern of
Hare
examination.
Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Mataji.
Mataji.
Jai Shri